I was abroad in Barcelona, Spain for the semester, and one weekend my girlfriends and I decided to take a girls' weekend to Portugal. And it was in February because it was one of the warmer places that was warm in February in that part of Europe. So we went to Lisbon, and on one of the days we took a day trip to Sintra, which is a small town of the royal family in Portugal. And we visited the palace, the National Palace, which is called the Pena National Palace. It was gorgeous. It was located on this very steep mountain. The architecture was, I would say, Muslim influence, Middle Eastern influence. There were they alluded to that in the tour as well. All of the beds were very small because back in those days people were on average much smaller, so that was also very interesting. The colors were magnificent, which is also kind of where that mosaic Middle Eastern influence came in. Very bright colors, mosaic designs, tile designs. Again, located on like a steep cliff, and the view that you could see was magnificent. You could see for miles and miles, and it was just all green. And we had to take a trolley up to the palace. Otherwise you couldn't get there. And then we had to walk all the way up, and it was almost just like a spirally. It was so medieval feeling. Also, similar to the size of the beds, because the people were much smaller back then, the doors were also incredibly small. And there's actually a picture that my friends and I took of us, and we only stand at 5'3", of us standing at the door, and it reaches us at our perfect height. I mean, there is barely any room above us, which is really interesting. But again, you could look out and just see green, and it was beautiful. It was like an escape. On another note, just in general, I think going abroad was one of the most incredible experiences I had while I've been here at Lehigh. I mean, you just completely broaden your horizons. You can study things that you never imagined you could study. You learn about cultures, you're immersed into cultures, and the amount of traveling that you can do in so little time is really incredible. And I think that, for me, going to Europe was a great place because I was able to travel to all of the different countries, and it was almost like traveling throughout the United States, but instead of going from state to state, you were going from country to country. So I would definitely suggest going abroad.